We're with Team Alpental Snoqualmie or TAS, and we normally ski up at Alpental or the Pass, but we haven't had any snow this year, so we've been really basically chasing the snow. Last weekend they were up in Canada to train, and then this weekend we're here at Crystal Mountain, where they've let us use their gates and let us use their runs. So, well, I've skied all my life, and I've never seen it like this ever.
They're predicting these are the types of winters we might be experiencing, you know, down the road. Less snow, more rain.
Global warming.
Yeah, that type of thing.
I hope not. We don't. You never know. But yeah, as far as long term, I hope it's not like this again next year. It's been really tough. It's been tough for everybody to find snow, and we all bought passes up at the summit, and we haven't used them.
Yeah. So what are you doing here today, Ed? Obviously you're not working.
Friday's supposed to be my day off, so I'm taking advantage of it today. And we have a friend in from Allentown and from Colorado, so we're up here skiing today. And she used to live here and enjoys the mountains. As you can see behind you, there's not a lot of snow, but the upper mountain still has good snow. Yeah. And we're happy to enjoy it while it still lasts. I'm real concerned about how dry it is already. In fact, last week we had a fire at South Hill, just south of Puyallup, and 4 units had to respond to contain the fire. That's unprecedented for the month of March. Mm-hmm. So what are we going to look like in July or August or even in September when it's extremely dry? I've been living out here for 25 years now, and I can remember a snowpack lasting to July or August, and it seems like every couple years our snowpack is lower and lower. Mm-hmm. So it's a little disheartening to be in the mountains this early and see the lack of snow.
Well, normally I work part-time for the ski patrol, and by this time of year, I would have had a lot of days in and a little extra income, and this year I basically haven't had any extra time up here. And there's been almost no avalanche control, and as you can see, there's not a lot of snow left. I don't know the actual numbers, but if you look at all the staff that's up here on a busy weekend, food service and ski schools and all the people that are involved in keeping this operation running, it's a large number of people that have been affected.
My name is Seth Cornell. The name of my shop is Greenwater Outfitters, located in fabulous downtown Greenwater, Washington, on the way to Crystal Mountain Ski Resort, which has had no snow all year. But yeah, so we're into 2 years of bad snow, and essentially when we have sun in the summer and snow in the winter, that's how we make our money. So we've had to diversify in the past 2 years. Luckily we have like a multifaceted business that isn't completely dependent on snow, so that allows us to survive, but by no way means, shape, or form are we like thriving. Yeah, we're adapting because it's the only thing that you can do. Yeah. But I'd be really disappointed to see the end of winter, and I don't think that it's there. I think that these things are cyclical. Right. But I don't know. It's in the back of the mind, but anytime that I've allowed to be in the forefront, it kind of just makes you want to pull your hair out.
You're in a position in what we call the Greenwater drainage, or in the upper reaches of the watershed. Traditionally here you would be expecting to see between 5 to 8 feet of snow. As you can see right now, there is no snow. We're likely at least 2 months to 3 months ahead of what we would expect to have this conditions. And one of the fallouts of this situation is that we're seeing signs of drought in the trees. We're seeing vegetation changes because of temperature. We're also seeing mortality, especially in the older trees. The dryness of the forest right now is a true indication that we're likely going to have our recreation season extended, also the fire season. We anticipate that fuel moistures will decline to late summer conditions by early June, and that by late summer we will probably be dealing with events or fires that are significantly larger than what we're normally used to. Historically, this is a snow park which is used exclusively by snowmobiles. As of about 2 weeks ago, we have discontinued the program since there is no snow available. We right now are seeing trail use, seeing dispersed camping use at levels that we would normally find in July. So our trailheads are full on weekends, dispersed camping sites are occupied, and normally we wouldn't even be able to get up here.
We're standing on the North Fork of the Green River above Howard Hansen Dam. Howard Hansen provides flood control or flood risk management protection for the folks that live downstream in the Green River, down through Auburn, Kent, Tukwila, Renton, all the way up to South Seattle. Certainly, I mean, all across the Northwest, the Cascades, the Olympics, snowpack is at far below our normal level. We'd like to be much closer to our 100% expectation of snowpack right now. We're probably more on the order of 20% or less than what would be considered normal. So, so this last weekend we had a pretty decent storm. There was record rainfall at SeaTac. So, what of that storm came to the Green River watershed, we did our best to capture that without sacrificing the flows downstream, because even as we speak right now, there are fish in the river and they need to have their habitat if they're going to survive and have multiple generations that'll return. So it's a balancing act. So we're in the process right now of refilling the reservoir. We started on 20th of February, and we capture a little bit of the natural inflow through the dam each day to allow the pool to rise. We're trying to get to elevation 1167, and that'll give us 20,000 acre-feet of water for municipal and industrial water supply, and it'll give us about almost 30,000 acre-feet of water available for fisheries downstream. So in a challenging year, certainly the conversation becomes a little more interesting for the folks involved, and we have to be just a little bit more on our game in terms of how much water we capture and how we then let it flow out as we go into the dry season in the summer.
Well, that's the good news. I've never seen 2 bad years in a row, so I am very hopeful for next year. Yeah.